everybody, and welcome to the show that in a very recent poll taken in Springfield won first place as the most catastically delicious show ever. It's 42 minutes later.
Don't forget the dogs.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty rough on them. We should have included them.
They're eating the hamsters. Oh.
They're eating the gerbils and the hamsters.
No, I think maybe that's you're getting that confused with the other story we just did about Just Eat.
Yeah,
I think they're sending the hamsters. You're not supposed to eat them. That's actually part of the sex toy thing.
Yeah. Okay, you're right there. There's a video I'm going to try to bring up here. I forgot to get it ready in between, but I wanted to show it if I can.
You fool.
Yeah, it's one of those things. What do I call it?
I don't know. What is it? I don't know. What are you looking at?
Yeah. Yeah, here, I found it. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get this all queued up so everybody can watch this. This was clipped from a big YouTuber's channel, but it seems that this person got away with re-uploading it, so we should too. So here we go.
Well, bye-bye monetization.
Yeah, well, that's true, but who cares? It's an after show, right? You know.
McDonald had a farm. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing.
On that farm.
They're eating cats. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing. With a here
And there,
here,
clink,
there,
everywhere. Bing, bing.
old McDonald ate the pets.
And
Big fat pig.
Oh dear.
It's just too funny. Had to be shared.
Is that the Late Show going to be honest now?
Yeah, but some dude with only 1.5K subs put this up, and he's got away with it so far. So I thought,
Oh no, they've taken him out and shot him. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Didn't you hear?
Yeah, he's in his dad's backyard pleading for his life right now.
Stephen Colbert bought a AR-15. He's driving around in an SUV looking for people who upload his videos.
Yeah, no, that was Kimmel.
Okay.
Wait a minute. No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. No, it wasn't.
It was.
It's Carson.
Carson, the one who's dead. Yeah, it was him. Yeah.
You ever see the clip where Johnny Carson shows up to David Letterman's show as a guest, and he brings out a fold open desk of his own so he doesn't have to sit as the guest? He's got his own desk. Yeah, he does the joke, and the person standing just off camera waiting, and Johnny's like, yeah, okay, that's done. Get this out of here. And you could tell he's used to being, pandered to a little. It was funny.
Yeah, one day they'll treat us like gods.
Yeah, hopefully it's tomorrow. But
well, Wednesday at the latest.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'll smite you tomorrow.
Hey, and I'm not kidding, folks. Come on, we're nearly at 10,000. Come on, subscribe, you bastards.
Yeah, go tell your grandma to put some fucking clothes on and come and subscribe to the show.
Create 300 suck accounts and subscribe.
Yeah. But then you have to watch every show 6 times, right?
Yeah.
Well,
you should anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
That's true.
Because
right?
it's so entertaining.
Yeah. We're literally only 270-ish subs or whatever away from 300.
Hey, talking of which, we've been talking about AdSense and all that kind of stuff recently in the back rooms. I went on to my old DKG custom AdSense account, and Google does a payout. You reach a threshold.
Yeah.
Well, for us in the UK, it's £60.
Oh, okay.
And I found out that my AdSense account is currently sitting at £59.65. and because I'm not active on that channel,
Yeah.
That number is just like creeping up like
In
5
pennies.
pence.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, will I get that? Will I get that £60 by Christmas? Or
You'll be like 70 years old.
I'm gonna have to keep checking it every week just to see if it creeps up much.
Yeah.
But so watch my video.
Somebody go over to Dunk's other channel there and give him a £1 super thanks just so he can withdraw the fucking money.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got super thanks working on there.
Oh.
Shut up, Dexter. Yeah, I don't know if I've got it working on there, but
your dog sounds like an Asian porn site, man. It's fucking funny.
Oh, I don't know. You're the one of the experience.
Maybe. Oh, that's funny.
It's funny because as everybody knows, she's got dementia, and so during the as you get during the title sequence, we were playing just a minute ago. She was doing a little thing where she's leaning her head in and she's just spinning around in circles, and it was like she was dancing, dancing to the music. But in her head, it's like, I'm stupid.
And she's just tiny like a cat.
Oh, she's smaller than a cat. That's the funny thing.
Yeah. Just this minuscule little thing. LTT, Linus Tech Tips, like with Dixie, you would use the banana for scale, right?
Yeah. Well, 2 of them side by side.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, everybody remembers, when she was ill and, she was on death's door, basically. It's amazing. I was going through my photos the other day and I found the pictures of her when she was like really, really ill. And it's like, oh my God, the comparison to her now. She's fluffy.
Yeah.
She's fluffy. Some weight on her.
Yeah.
She's happy. Fucking incredible.
Between you and PJ and Annette, like we should just rename this channel to
Lifesavers.
Pet Rescue, the drunk edition or something, right?
Yeah. But people like us can do better than fucking vets who just say, just put it down.
Yeah.
Bastards.
We would have some rescue cat for sure, except that my son just doesn't really like animals crawling on him and stuff. We tried a cat and he wasn't very impressed.
He doesn't like that sort of thing with his, his pasta or his, his bake. Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, the cat's getting a bit crispy.
Yeah, and I don't mean like craft stuff. We home bake it proper. My son won't eat the box stuff.
So you make your own pasta and everything.
Well, I have for like lasagna and stuff because it's just flat. It's kind of easy. It's true, but to have all the stuff you need to make like macaroni noodles and all that, you just end up with all this stuff. And my kitchen's only so big and I can only stuff so many maker things in the cupboards, right?
I don't make the tubey ones. I mean, I can understand how they make twisty ones and everything because that's just basically like a flat piece of pasta that's been like twisted. But.
Think of how they make like a Lotus Evora or a Mira, the new one. It's like extruded aluminum, except you're pushing the dough through. It's the best analogy I could come up with on the spot.
Yeah, but I just thought of someone taking the shit. I didn't.
Well, think of like somebody taking a poo, but they have a double anus, one ring around another, and it comes out like a hollow tube. There you go.
Do you remember you could get those things, a bit like Play-Doh, where you can get shapes.
Yeah.
You could get things to stick up your anus to shit out shaped pieces of poo.
Okay, I thought we were going for pasta there. That was shocking. Oh my God, dude. That is totally a product that should be on the market. Things that people can. Oh, really?
It was on the market.
I thought I was making a joke. Are you kidding?
I know. It almost feels like it's a joke, but no, it was a real thing.
Look, honey, I shit a sunflower for you.
And it's 3 foot long.
Yeah. Don't flush today. I want you to enjoy it.
I've done a collage in the toilet for you.
Yeah.
Some people make collages out of pieces of pasta and dried.
Meanwhile, in like a Canadian trailer park, it's like, hey, honey, I just left a portrait of your father in the toilet.
Oh, I wouldn't be at all surprised if there's somewhere. Because there are people that do art in the most strangest ways. So there was a guy I saw, he does paintings by using a gas torch, and he uses like an airbrush. So he's like burning into the canvas.
Oh.
And all these amazing artists. I wouldn't be at all surprised out there is a video of someone painting with shit. I wouldn't be at all surprised. And I don't mean a dirty protest on the prison wall.
Smearing with Sammy.
With Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Happy little shit over here.
Yeah. Oh,
happy little accidents.
Look, children, my brown pigment is getting low. Let's replenish it.
And of course you got the you have to eat various diets so you get different colors of stoolage, so you can get the tone qualities right.
Super chat in from Papa Dutch.
We hit it early, but you better hit the button.
How to make authentic Chinese noodles. Yeah, we're skirting the edge here, but as it's been said before, you always notice a lack of stray pets in a inner city Chinatown.
Yeah, what do they call noodles in Springfield? Not poodle.
Can I have an order of poodles, please? Okay, hold on. We got to do the other cat thing now then.
A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
That is just the dumbest load of crap. There's been police chief, mayor, and so on and whatnot saying there's not one report of this ever. Vance and Trump are being sued by a Haitian community group. Not sued, but charged because the state they're in allows citizens to put forth charges.
And not only that, they put a curse on him. They got their witch doctor to drum up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did a little bit of voodoo on him.
Yeah. Serrano from the Cleveland Indians has got Joe Boo coming for him, right?
I am sure I'm completely mixing up my cultures there, but yeah, whatever.
I went back and made it a joke from an old movie, and that way I can't really get in trouble for it.
Yeah, it's their fault. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Ask Tom Berenger. It wasn't my line. We might have to play that dancing Trump the farm one again after too. That was funny.
Yeah. It's that time. It's that time in the show everybody's been waiting for. It's hang on a second. Do my buttons work? It's oven news. That's right, everybody. You've been waiting for this moment of the show. It's the oven news, the oven update. Because remember I told you all that my microwave was at the Fritz. I bought a new magnetron, and it showed up on Monday.
Now you turn green when you're angry.
yeah. I fitted it on Monday, and it was fixed on Monday. So hooray for the Magnetron, the glorious Magnetron! And I've got to do a shout out to Mag Sales. The all your Magnetron supplies, go to Mag Sales because they're the people that helped me out and got me the Magnetron. A reasonable price, speedy delivery. And that's our sponsors tonight is MagSells. Go to magsales.co.uk for all your Magnetrons.
There you go. All right.
It's really funny because their website was really hard to find. It was buried. You're searching for Magnetron, you just get loads of AliExpress and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Not too sure about that. No. And or it's other places which is like phenomenally expensive.
Yeah, what actually worked is you have to put weapons grade in the search, and then you get to these guys.
Well, no, it's just like I basically came across a website and this company in the UK who just basically sell Magnetrons. That's what they do.
Wow.
It's not like all those other spare part companies that just like have all the white goods bits and bobs in their warehouse.
Yeah,
they sell Magnetrons, many kinds.
That's weird. I mean,
it is.
That's like
I did say I'll give them a shout out on the show. They were, obviously very excited about that.
That's like being, I know what we're going to do. We're going to start a company and all we're going to make is the best shrimp forks anybody's ever seen.
Yeah.
Right.
Tire valves covers.
Yeah.
We'll call ourselves Tire Valve Coverers R Us.
We're going to come up with a machine that helps you trim that annoying one hair that grows out of your nose after you're 45.
We'll harvest it, and then you can send them to us. We'll collect them and make them into pillows.
Yeah.
Hey, no, hang on. I haven't finished. I haven't finished with the other news because there's more news. Because I fixed the microwave. I thought it'd be quite a good idea to clean it.
Have you been forced to eat shitty food now that you have a microwave again that works?
It hasn't been switched on again yet because I've been cleaning it for like 4 fucking days.
I don't know. I warmed up some coffee.
I was kind of like gobsmacked because I had no idea that the oven grill, what do you call them? The grilly things you stick the grill rack. I had no idea it was chrome.
Oh,
I thought it just came in a natural black patina. Oh dear. But anyway,
my neighbor next door yesterday, I got 1, 2, 3. I got like 7 next doors because I'm in a cul-de-sac and I just can't be bothered to give like, what am I going to do? Degrees of arc, neighbor 37, or whatever.
Well, that's how it normally works is you'll have numbers on the front of doors,
No, but I'm not doing that. That's doxy-woxy. I'm not doing that, But
Mr. Bill at number 7 Acacia Avenue.
Yeah. Her ex, the kid's father, showed up yesterday for a visit, and he brought a barbecue. He said he got it free and brought it over for them. So she was all excited.
Stole it.
Who knows? But she comes over to me afterwards and she goes, "Can you come and look at this barbecue? Because something doesn't seem quite right to me." And
is it like a gas one?
Yeah, like a gas barbecue. And it's got no bottom. You can just see under into the stand where the tank and everything is. There's no bottom to the barbecue. She's like, "Shouldn't it have a bottom?" I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "What happened?" And I said, "Well, it rusted out and somebody put it on the end of their driveway to get, taken away."
Yeah. That's how you got a free one.
Yeah, that's why you should always use a barbecue cover because you just rust out the bottom of your barbecue. Don't do that, right? Because it was a really nice looking one, but it's ruined.
Actually, sometimes just the heat of the barbecue can burn through those things. If you get a really cheap one, they just they won't last long at all.
Yeah. Like you remember you used to get those more cast iron ones. Those things would last 5 generations. But these new fancy looking fake stainless steel ones, unless you spend a lot of money, they're really thin, crappy junk.
Yeah, we had I mean, we don't have a gas barbecue, but we used to have like it was almost like nearly every 2 years we were like having to buy a new barbecue.
Yeah.
And even when you buy like a really nice one, it's still like gives out after a couple of years. So we did actually.
You're better off to get a really old one because it'll last forever. You just have to buy a new burner every 5 years or whatever, right? Because the new ones suck. No.
Well, we did when he did buy one. I think it was like a brand called Dan Cook, which no longer exists. But it was quite pricey.
Yeah.
But it's going strong. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever, apart from the fact I've replaced the wheels and the grill and the actual rest of it. Yeah. The rest of it is still there.
Putin's cat in the chat says, "Is she cute?" Talking about my neighbor, I guess, from my story there. First rule of living in like a townhouse in a cul-de-sac, and there's a decent amount of like single moms around you and stuff, is you don't mess with your neighbors. There's all kinds of other people in the town, city area you live in, and you don't have to make where you live a nightmare by making your neighbor your ex. Not a good idea.
Yes, if you're the only male in a box of dozen eggs, you don't fertilize the eggs.
You ever see that scene in Monty Python where the one knight of the round table is in a castle full of women?
Yeah. I've come to rescue you. Oh no, it's all right. I'm all right.
But yeah, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it, right? Because everything would just be, and just
you'll miss out on all the spankings.
Yeah. No. Man, I've lived here in this same place for like 7.5 years or something now. So, and the only way that works is because I don't get involved.
Yeah, you're in that place. You're like Highlander. You're the immortal. As all these young bints come and go. You're there forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
I fix scooters and bicycles and things like that for kids.
You regale them stories about fighting in Marseille in 1872.
Yeah. God, I feel that old. So But yeah, I'm the cool daddy guy too to all the younger kids, because in fall and spring, when it gets dark early enough, but it's still not cold, we bring our video projector out with the speakers and we have like drive-in movie night, and the kids come over with their blankies and everything and all sit outside and watch video and stuff. And
$20 a head though.
Are you kidding? That was years ago. The price goes up. No.
$20 and a 6-pack of beer, please.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not selling your child. I'm just showing them. I'm just showing them movies.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. The parents didn't realize it, but it was actually a silent auction, right?
Yes. What happened to my child? I dropped off here to watch the movie. Sorry. Sent off for scientific experiments.
Yeah. What child? Do you have a receipt? I don't think I recognize you. Next. Yeah.
Dixie's exercising her right to piss on the floor.
Oh, dear God. It's funny when I hear stories like this, it just reminds me why I have fish.
Yeah, they're pissing all the time.
Yeah.
And then they swim in it.
Yeah. But I have real plants in the tank so that, this one's actually just starting to get real plants. But Felix's upstairs is really nice.
No, Dixie's funny because she just seemed to do like these little nervous little old person kind of like wheeze where there isn't actually anything comes out. It's like is that it? It's like, what did you do? I saw you sit down and do it, but there's nothing there.
But you spoke and scared me. Now I can't go.
You're watching me. What, do you want me to do it live on the 42 Minutes Later show?
Yeah, no, we can.
Yeah, what do I think? I am Riley.
Yeah. If you're wondering about the set behind tonight, that's actually not a set. That's the view out of the space station. We're there right now. We'll be back tomorrow for the Saturday show, but as you can tell, because we're going to be back tomorrow, we're not traveling Boeing. So
yeah, I was going to say, depending on Boeing, whether we'll be back.
Could you imagine if you or I ever applied to be like a civilian that gets to go up on a SpaceX mission or whatever? Elon would look us up and go, "Not a chance in fucking hell."
Yeah, I've seen your videos.
Yeah.
It's not our fault, Elon. We used to like you. Then you became a nut job. So
I can't be held responsible for what comes out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah. I'm the person that's now looking at Bill Gates thinking, yeah, he's an all right dude.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
See what you did?
Yeah. You know, it's funny when you look back on Bill Gates, he did that picture where he's posing kind of laying across a desk as if he's like a girl. And it's the most creepy image of a tech person ever. Does everybody know the picture I'm talking about?
I don't remember that one. I didn't have it on my bedroom wall as a child like you did.
Yeah. That's,
Oh, my hero. One day I want to grow up and be just as fucking rich as you.
Oh, okay. Here's one of them. Where is it? Here. Oh, fuck. It's a postage stamp. Okay, hold on. I hate this crap. Sorry, one sec here. Oh, and now it's like gargantuan. Oh, look at what just
it's all over the place.
Wow, what just happened? That was some weird Apple shit that just happened. Okay, hold on.
Did you expose everything?
Why is it so screwed up? What is this wrong with this thing? Oh, okay, I see. They're making me do it this way. Okay. Look at this. That's some creepy shit, man. No one's ever done that to that photo before.
Look at the bags under his eyes. Oh my god! I'm the CEO of Microsoft, and I haven't slept in 2 years.
Why? Like, who convinced him that was a good idea? There's another one as well when he's laying the other direction, but. I'll see if I can find my the funniest thing I ever seen in tech in my life.
When you say he's laying in the other direction, do you mean he's like you see bum first? So he's like looking over his shoulder, cacockishly.
Cacockishly.
No, you try saying that for 2 glasses of wine.
Okay. There's when Steve Ballmer was in charge of Microsoft, he did a couple of keynote like speeches where he was going on about developers in Microsoft and stuff. And this, I do believe, I haven't, I don't know. But I think this is the song that I'm trying to find. And this guy kind of turned it into a dance song, and it's really cool. Let's see if this is right.
Steve.
Yeah. This is it.
Developers.
Look at that sweaty pig.
They should have sold shirts like that from Microsoft.
Yeah.
For the Spain marketing.
This is real footage of him.
Yeah, he was insane.
Yeah, Twink, this is techno.
Clouds.
Developers.
Now watch him just. is real.
They should have played that backwards. It looked like he was moonwalking.
Can you imagine Steve Jobs doing this?
Not all that cancer.
Look at that little dance. Okay.
Yeah, enough of that. Enough of
Yeah, you get the idea, right?
Yeah. Rest in peace. Steve Ballmer died of.
Oh, did he?
Type 2 diabetes. I don't know. He probably would have. Look at him. Look at him. He can't possibly still be alive, that guy.
Yeah. He died choking on a Big Mac, I'm sure.
Actually, no. He was on.
I think he's still alive. He owns some sports teams and stuff and kind of stays out of the public eye because it's generally accepted that his reign over Microsoft was literally their worst time. He's the one who fumbled mobile to the point where the world's greatest operating system manufacturer fucked mobile up to the point where they're not a player.
Yeah. No, he was on one of the late night shows a couple of weeks ago, last week, I think. Which one? With Jon Stewart. He was on with Jon Stewart. Quite good. Can't remember what he was talking about though. He was talking about America, and all the problems with America and all that.
He's probably making fun of the iPhone for not having a keyboard, making it not good for email.
No, nothing to do with Apple, Microsoft, or anything like that. Yeah, didn't really come up.
I'm just making fun of him because when the iPhone came out, he laughed it off as if it was a joke. It was hilarious.
But I can understand where he was coming from. It was a joke. He's like, what the fuck is this? Who's going to want this? Oh, everybody.
Yeah, but
didn't see that coming.
Oh, I totally did. Before the first iPhone came out, I made an interface for a condo dude that does that thing where you buy a condo or like a condo at a golf course, but then you only stay there for a few weeks a year and rent it out for the rest, one of those situations. And I made him 32-inch touchscreen interfaces based on Apple's iWeb, dude. That's how I did it for them. And the people that wanted to look at the different suites could just tap and look at video previews. And when the iPhone came out, it was literally similar to my design because all I did was go through the Apple design language and go, well, this is how I would make iPhone if I was an Apple person. And I knew that the interface was going to be the paradigm shift. Never mind what extra features it had. The idea of touching glass to go forward was going to be the thing, right?
Well, I had the iPod that was the precursor to the iPhone. It was almost like their testing ground. Because it was an iPhone, it was like half the thickness, but didn't have the phone. It was everything but the phone.
Yeah.
And it was really nice, really cool. And it was everybody used to say, "Oh, yeah, it'd be really cool if this was the phone as well." And behold, it was.
Mm-hmm. But it was because like when Apple's first iPhone came out, you remember it didn't have an app store or anything. There was no expanding it. It had barely a screen and a half of things, right?
Yeah, you had to do it all through iTunes.
Yeah, but it was just a glorious thing to use, right? I remember the first one I got was the second generation. Being Canadian, we didn't even get the first one. And I thought it was amazing for interacting with and using the apps, but I hated typing on it. I was a diehard BlackBerry keyboard guy, right? And to this day, I hate typing on glass because I can't just look up and look around without turning it into gibberish. And I'm used to being able to do that because on a proper thumb keyboard, I can touch type, right?
I don't know about that. I mean, because previous to the iPhone, I never had a BlackBerry, so I had one of those like mobile phones that had, just like the 12 keys. So you had to like press, to say type any word. You had to like press the keys like 3 times to get the
Yeah. Oh no,
I've missed it. I've got the number. I've got to go round again.
Yeah, no, there was some really awesome BlackBerry keyboards in their day. It was really, really cool. And the later ones, like the BlackBerry Passport and a few, the keyboard was touch sensitive, so you could use it like a trackpad. And the ability to scroll what you're reading without having to put your own fucking hand in front of it to scroll was so much better. You know, I'm surprised smartphones like the iPhone and stuff don't have a touch sensitive side so I could scroll with my thumb without putting my hand in front of the damn screen I'm reading to scroll on. I don't get that.
Yeah, it's a very good idea. I might
You know, when Samsung brought out those phones where the glass curved around the edge, that's what I thought it was going to be for. But it turns out it was really just clever engineering to make sure your phone would break when you dropped it and you'd have to replace it, because that's what that was really about, right? Do you remember with the first iPhone? There was a lip around the screen and they bragged about it. That's because if you drop it, it's not going to hit the screen, right? And it was more rugged. Every phone maker's gotten rid of that because it makes you break your phone and you have to replace it quicker. Otherwise, we would have the ring. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I remember when it was sold to us. Oh, we don't have that bezel ring anymore, so you can have a fluid swipe. Yeah, swipe right out of my pocket. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, another one's broken, right?
Yeah. Somebody in the back said, wait a minute. What are the phone protection? Oh, shut up. Take your out back.
Yeah. Ronnie says, what's the score so far? Ronnie in the live chat there. This is beer 4 and I've smoked 2. So
I was gonna say it's 3-1 to Dunk. And one of those is an own goal. So you know,
we need a ledger that converts wine consumption to beer consumption, so that we can have like a chart on the screen that shows you.
No, that just sounds dangerous, because that means I can beat him.
I'll go buy stronger beer just to kick your ass, right?
How much wine?
Hey, Slicks.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll go buy that 8.5% stuff, you know, and just, you know.
You'll just water it down and pretend.
I would never do such a thing.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you suggest that?
There'd be pitchforks and torches outside my front door. Take that flag off your wall, you heathen, you know.
Water down my beer, might as well drink Budweiser.
Well, American Bud. Up here in Canada, they actually make it strong enough to drink.
Yeah, like the Czechoslovakian Bud. Yeah, proper Bud.
I will say that, you know, a lot of people will say that different beers are different in different regions, and it makes sense because of palates and stuff. But Budweiser just has no taste in Canada the same as it does in America. It just simply goes down. The only thing you can say about it is beer.
Technically, just on the cusp of being able to be called beer, probably.
I also like how a man named Anheuser-Busch, so an obvious American-born immigrant, is now the face of American beer.
Is he?
Yeah, well, Budweiser is America's beer, and it was not made by a born in America American, right? Just like Chevrolet. He was a European racing driver, and he was only a part of the company for like 9 months and gone, but they kept the name.
Yeah, well, the name like Chevrolet.
Yeah.
That's not very American, is it?
No, exactly.
Mr. Chevrolet.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm so pleased to meet you, Mr. Chevrolet. Welcome to the party.
Heather in the chat says Budweiser is piss water. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like making love in a canoe.
Yeah. Ronnie in the chat asked, please, dude, what is the best beer in the world?
The one I'm drinking.
I will put I have to think about it more, but my first inclination, the one that popped into my head first is an import to us called Pilsner Urquell. It's with a Q, Urquell. And it's probably the best Pilsner beer I've ever had. And I really like a nice Pilsner beer. So I would say that, but I'd have to double think it.
Pilsners are very gassy.
Sorry, which?
Pilsner's quite often pretty gassy.
Well, that's why I use my mute button a lot. Yeah, I definitely get beer burpy.
Now, my favorite beer is kind of like weird because it was a Lidl beer, Fest beer,
like that chain place you got, Little.
Yeah, it was the bargain supermarket place, and they had a beer called Fest beer. Because don't know why.
That's like getting Walmart branded beer for those that don't get it, right?
I know, but it was really, really good. And
Wow.
it didn't last very long, but it's not sort of thing they have on the shelves all the time. It's just like, comes and goes, which is very disappointing because
you've smoked enough unfiltered cigarettes that grocery store beer is good. That's impressive.
I don't think that's how it works. But,
I'm kind of thinking maybe, but but it might well have actually been. It's one of those things where these days some of these craft beers are so strong and they've got such a weird hop that goes to one, flavor. You know what I mean? To me, it's more like tasting a meal, and I just can't sit down and have like 8 of them. Right. It's like having, 9 pieces of chocolate cake because there's rum in it,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially like some of the really strong ones. I mean, Crafty Hen's a good one. Is like, it's like a derivative of old speckled hen, but it's stronger. Crafty Hen. It's like 6.5%. Very, very nice. A very brown beer. We call it a bitter.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't drink
James May beer.
And Champion is a Scottish beer. Oh, that's good as well. Another one that's like 7.5% in the bowl. It's like it's brewed in Scotland. So what do you expect? It's like
yeah. I for a time in Toronto, I worked at a little pub that was very British, to the point where the guy who owned it actually had something to do with the music industry back in the day and had all kinds of cool Beatles memorabilia and stuff from the Kinks and whatnot all over the walls. It was really cool. And he was the kind of guy that had like actual yeast beers where you got to really, take care of them or whatever the hell it was. But every night at the end of the shift, he would introduce me to a new beer and we'd hang out for a bit, right? And one night he introduced me to Young's Double Chocolate. And right. So for the first third of the beer, I was like, this is weird, but good, but I don't know if I like it, but I want another sip. It was it was a roller coaster. But in the end, it's
the heroin they put in it.
Yeah. But in the end, it was a great dessert beer for an excellent meal, but I wouldn't sit down and drink them. Right,
it's like Guinness. I mean, have you had a Guinness?
I'm not a fan. It's too.
Yeah, but you've had it. You've experienced it. Yeah. Because Guinness is really nice.
I remember the first time I ever had a can of Guinness. I was like, "What the fuck is in the can? What is that? I can hear something rattling."
Oh yeah. Oh, you had one of the foaming ones. Yeah. No, can Guinness is shite.
Well, that's what this guy at that pub said. He was like, no, because I was like, I don't like Guinness. And he was like, oh, wait, you had one of those cans? I was like, yeah, it's terrible. He was like, try it on tap. And I do agree. It was a hell of a lot better, but it's rich,
It's like us arguing about coffee, where instant coffee beans. If you're having Guinness in a can, you're having a drink. You're having a Guinness flavored drink. It's not Guinness. It's good enough. But if you got a decent draft Guinness, it's bloody good. But like you say, it's like your chocolate beer. It's like, oh, could I drink it all night?
No,
probably not without having some amazing quality shits the next day.
Oh yeah, do I still have the picture of that explosion in the road here?
Yeah, that was me after 24 Guinnesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was the pressure test.
Yeah, this happens in Scotland, Winkley.
Ireland. It's Guinness.
Oh, okay,
Ireland,
whatever.
Ireland.
You know, I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't England, so I tried.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. You tried. You're Wales.
yeah, yeah.
One of the offshoot countries to
Yeah,
England.
no, there's no way it's Wales because I can pronounce the fucking word, right? You know, it's not Wales. I knew that, right?
Mm.
You know, and if it was from like the Isle of Man, it would have had one of those fucking TT motorcycles on the can or something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It would be going like 120 miles an hour.
Yeah, past a bakery, you know, like, my God, those guys are psychotic. You ever, even more impressive than the Isle of Man TT regular bikers that are doing like 160 mile an hour through like little town roads that have like businesses and brick houses and stuff. And one mistake and you don't just crash, you die, right? But they have those.
You become a part of the town.
Yeah, exactly. Right. They just replaster the wall, right? You know, and just that's it. You're a part of it, you know. But even more crazy are the sidecar riders where the guy in the sidecar isn't actually in the sidecar. He's hanging on for dear life on the back of the bike, helping to balance. And he climbs around the back of the bike and hangs on as they go around corners. And it's unbelievable, man. And it's balls of steel. You know, like chromium, titanium, right? You know,
you can tell their balls are steel by the sparks coming off the road.
yeah. I've seen some of that stuff. It scares the hell out of me, man. And I love speed, but when you see the onboards and they're barely missing these walls and stuff, it's like I don't got the balls to do that. No way.
Well, the funny thing about Ireland, Dixie. Funny thing about stop. She's arguing with me now. Yeah.
Somebody's watching porn.
I just totally disagree with you. Totally disagree. The thing about Isle of Man is they have the official races, but you do have like these, very, very like enthusiastic motorcyclists who just go down to the Isle of Man just to bomb around,
just to do it. Yeah,
just to do it. It's not official. I'll just bomb around.
Yeah,
the police can't catch me. The one policeman is there.
but that's the other thing about the Isle of Man. Outside of like the towns or whatever, there's a good chance you're going to be on unrestricted roads. So you can just do whatever speed you think is safe.
Yeah. 140 miles an hour.
Oh man. I mean, I tell you, if I was to win a lottery and I had like $40 million, I would buy like, I don't know, 9 or 10, 12 of the coolest sports cars, mid-engine, whatever things that I could afford. And I would move Felix and I to the Isle of Man so we could drive them. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That'd be amazing.
Well, maybe one day we'll buy the Isle of Man.
That'd be awesome. Then, I could wave the flag for the off or something. That'd be, wow.
Yeah. Well, so it's up to you, your subscribers. We need 300 more subs to get to 10,000, and we'll be on the way to getting Dick his island. So
yeah,
it's all on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pressure's on you.
Yeah, it's going to cost about.
Look at that little face. Look at that little face. Look at him. Look at that little face. Do you want him to not have an island of his very, very own? Jesus Christ.
Where else am I going to?
I never thought I'd see so many subscribers who are so stone cold hearted. Cold stoned.
If you guys start donating enough that we can get like a Ferrari and Lamborghini, if we don't have our own island, where are we going to drive them?
Yeah.
Oh,
we could buy those 3 that need a bit of a doing up. That 1.5 million. Probably just a bit of a polish.
Yeah. If they were found dusty in a thing and they're worth like $1.5 million, they're Lamborghini Miras for sure. Absolutely. And I wouldn't hesitate to guess at least one of them, if not 2, will show up within the next year on Ian Tyrrell's YouTube channel, Tyrrell's Classic Workshop, because he's probably one of the top 5 garages in the world for dealing with old Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Maseratis and stuff. And it's probably my favorite YouTube channel. I love it. The guy uses a piece of hose pipe and he can tune a 6 set of Weber carburetors perfectly in sync. It's just, that's art, man. That's not mechanics. That's art.
In what key?
Well, he's an accomplished, well, not accomplished, but he's a trained operatic singer. And that's why he can do it with a piece of hose pipe, because he can hear the pitch, right? He's got pitch, right? That's what it is. I talked to him in an email in the background. I said, look, I've seen you doing this thing, you know, and as a fellow musician, I got to know, is it pitch based? Is that what you're doing? Like, you know, you're just, he was like, oh yeah, no, that's what it is. I'm just tuning them to a note, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Is he tuning to 444?
Yeah.
Oh, that old argument. Yeah. Yeah. He's just got like one of those like pipe tuners.
Yeah.
Tuning it.
Yeah. But yeah, he's like world renowned. He gets invited to crazy places to retune cars and stuff. And, you know, whenever there's an auction of an old barn find Lamborghini Miura or something, 6 months later, it's in his garage, right? Because it's always him they give it to.
All right. We've got to change that. We've got to get you the island and get you the fucking 3 barn find Lamborghini. So
yeah. Okay, everybody, we need about 30 million in donations. So it's the 27th now.
Yeah. Or maybe we should just like adopt Bill Gates. He's got like 135 billion. We'll just adopt him and have his money.
Yeah, but if he rubs up against my son's leg like a cat, my son's going to want to kick him out.
I think, can we keep him? That's it. Gates needs feeding again. put some more kibbles in his bowl.
Somebody fly down to Springfield and get us a kitten.
Actually, Microsoft's a great name for a cat. and as you get a new one, you could call it by its new operating system. Windows 95 or Microsoft. No, that doesn't work, does it?
That's funny.
Yeah. The cat's dead.
Yeah. You can name the cats after the intro songs. The Shills, Annette in the chat there. Is that Canadian or US dollars for the 30 million? No, that's 30 million US. So in Canadian pesos, that would be like 600 trillion. Yeah. It's a good thing that we have the whole healthcare system up here. Otherwise, anybody that doesn't make like 150,000 a year would be fucked.
Clean the country out a little bit. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Make a bit of room for everyone else.
That sounds like
stop being greedy.
That sounds like the South Park episode where Uncle Jimbo's trying to explain to Stan that they have to kill animals in order for them to survive. But it's the thinning the herd and all this, whatever hunting stuff, right?
I mean, you make it sound like you're so selfish, not just wanting to stay alive and all that kind of shit. Come on. You have to think of the other people.
Somebody think of the children.
Where are we going to put all the immigrants if you lot are still alive? Come on.
I got an empty dresser drawer. I can take a small one.
You have to take the that big black mamba, butt plug out of it. And I know you need 2 hands to do it.
Yeah.
Two friends.
Kevin, I got to get a clip of that for a gag, but he did Jimbo's thing. They're coming right for us. Old South Park had a certain charm to it. Remember Ned with the thing, they used to call it the cancer kazoo. It's coming right for us. That guy was funny. None of those old characters are in South Park anymore. They just seem to have gone away.
Yeah, they probably died to make space for new characters.
Yeah.
See how it works?
They got lost in the gentrification that happened in South Park. That was a weird
gentrification.
Yeah.
Surely not. Not in South Park.
Yeah, Kenny's neighborhood got turned into a Birkenstock zone.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual show itself got gentrified.
Oh yeah. No, just the poor kids area. Yeah. They did an episode where the poor kid Kenny was in a wind tunnel with a bunch of canned food because it was a food drive for poor people, and the wind takes him up in the air and he's just being pummeled by soup cans and stuff. And he ends up getting a can of string beans or whatever. It was ridiculous. It was so funny. Oh man,
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, the old show was pretty good before it got to the point where now, if you're not paying attention to everything that happens in life on social media and stuff, you can watch one of their episodes and you don't end up understanding the jokes because there was something that happened in the entertainment industry, and well, if you don't pay attention, you don't get it.
Yeah, it's. The problem with shows like that is they don't age well.
No,
I mean even if you're not really even if you are following it at the time,
yeah,
and you get the joke. 20 years down the line,
exactly, nobody will get it.
No one will know what it's about.
But 20 years down the line, the first episode, Cartman gets an anal probe, will still be funny, right? It just doesn't matter,
and that will still be showing.
Yeah. It's still one of my favorite episodes. The big antenna pops out of the kid's ass. I was like, what the hell? Who thinks of that? That was funny. What do we got? Oh, we're only just hitting an hour. Okay, we're all right.
Yeah. Move along. Nothing here to see.
Yeah. So let's see. What could get us in trouble that we could go into now? We should, probably skirt the lines of decency. We usually do that a couple of times a night.
Oh, did you see Mark Zuckerberg?
Oh, his fucking glasses.
Sporting his new glasses.
I had a picture of those, or you did. Where are they? Yeah, okay. Zuckerberg has brought out a new VR. No, sorry, not VR. AR, augmented reality. Basically they're trying to give you Iron Man's heads-up display while you're in real life. That's the idea, right? And
interesting concept.
Yeah, and this is what they look like. I mean, come on. I get that you're trying and it's hard, and condensing the technology smaller and smaller isn't easy, but that's not a product that's ready to go to market. All that's going to do is get you beaten up in the bars and stuff because people know that you're recording them and whatnot, right?
Now, what I don't mind is kind of like getting my style and my look and my vibes, but I don't like them stealing my bloody identity. All right, can't do that. You're only supposed to blow the bloody dolls off. Zuckerberg, I'm coming for you, and I'm after you. I'm coming for the rest of you. Yeah, you bastard.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I'll have to make sure that Felix catches this moment after, because he's a big fan of that guy.
What guy?
Michael Caine.
Was
Yeah.
he here? Was he here? Did I miss him? I
Mhm.
blinked.
Yeah. No, he told me flat out, if I don't kick you off the show first, he wouldn't come on to talk. So yeah, I just put him in front of your swamp so that people wouldn't quite be so jarred by the experience shifting there.
Which reminds me, we got to get the Italian Job, the original Italian on Dick Flicks.
Yeah. That's a good call. And Chris Lundy in the chat says, I love you and blame it on Rio, Dunk. That's an old classic film too. Yeah. We should put that in Dick Flicks.
Now, I didn't mind being in Blame It in Rio either, because went to a very, very sunny location and I got paid a shit ton of money to touch young girls. But enough said about that. Otherwise, we'll go a bit Harvey Weinstein and also, keep stum.
Yeah. But you can't give Blame It on Rio real heck for the whole younger girls thing, because even up into the like mid 80s and stuff with the rock bands, you had all kinds of songs talking about, yeah, she's only 17 and blah, blah and whatnot. Like that just seemed to be some kind of thing until people realized that maybe that's not the best look.
Was it long haired lover from Liverpool? What's his name? I was thinking Jimmy Savile. Oh no, it was Jimmy Osmond. Remember Jimmy Osmond? And it was like singing, just 30. I can't remember what the bloody song was, but it's just, and she's only 13.
Oh God!
It's like, oh dear.
Oh wow!
Like you say, 70s.
Is that Little
70s.
Richard?
Little Richard.
Or no, Cliff Richard. That's the guy that got in trouble over your way, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, he got into trouble over nothing because nothing happened. Well, apparently nothing happened. He was just he ended up on that what was it? Operation. No, it's gone. But anyway, they were like after Jimmy Savile. They went after a whole bunch of celebrities at the time. They did end up getting the Australian guy did the paintings. What's his name? Got Rolf Harris. Yeah, they got Rolf Harris. He got into trouble. But yes, they did actually get some kind of rumors on Cliff Richard, and they raided his house, found nothing wrong. He's I don't know. He's a bit strange though.
Yeah,
Cliff Richard. All those years, and his song, "Oh, sir, I'll be a bachelor boy," and that's the way. Yeah, and he fucking well did as well. He stayed a bachelor. He had a girlfriend at one point in the early days.
Was his name Elton?
No. Yeah, no, a bit very, very, very strange. And he's still alive apparently.
Lauren in the chat says Jerry Lee Lewis. That's another one. Fell in love with a 14-year-old or some shit like that. Like it's just unbelievably bad.
But Charlie Chaplin did the same. Yeah. He was into young ladies.
My son's 17, and in the townhouse complex I live in, there's some of the parents that live in here that have like 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 13-year-old kids, and I just cannot understand that you could see somebody on the more immature level of a teenager as that. It's
I mean, as a fellow teenager, yeah, okay, but as an old man,
that right. When you're and a lot of times, you get a 15-year-old dating a 14-year-old or whatever. Okay, close enough, right? But But the whole idea of somebody like in their 30s finding somebody that's like, even just 17,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just annoy the fuck out of me. At the age.
Sorry.
The thing is, what you can do as an old person, because you were 17 once, you can remember what it's like to be 17 and see a 17-year-old girl go, If I was, I remember back when I was 17, I'd have chased after you, but
yeah.
Now I can't catch up.
Can you imagine after a long day you're working or doing whatever and you sit down, you're having dinner and it's like, so how was your day, honey? Oh, well, there was this guy in gym class and he was just driving me nuts. And I would just be like, what the fuck,
Yeah. I got to watch, Beverly Hills Beach Buddy chicks on Love Island. They're going to catch up on. Oh God, I just want to watch Inspector Morse. Read the newspaper and smoke my pipe.
Yeah. So anyway, let's.
The thing is though, okay. But this is the weird thing is I can sort of like I said, because as an older person, you can remember being those younger ages, and so I can see where an older man might fancy a young girl. Okay, I can see why that might happen. But what I don't understand is the reverse. I don't see why. What was it? There was a old dude that got married recently. He's like 8 years old and he married like some 36-year-old woman, stunning, beautiful. I don't understand how it works the other way. I don't understand. Yeah, yes. I mean, that's where it comes into is money. But it doesn't always. But it's not always rich people, is it? You do hear these relationships happening, and there's no money involved.
Yeah.
There's 17-year-old will fancy an older man and all that kind of stuff.
There are times when there's an honest attraction that happens, no matter what the deal and yada yada and blah blah. But
you're talking love as opposed to sex.
Yeah, and I'm not shitting on that at all. But for the most part, I just. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. Here, I'll hit the button.
I was going to start talking about young men chasing cougars. Camel toes for all your desert camel towing needs.
That's right. If you have something that needs to be towed in the desert.
No, I forgot. The sponsor tonight. Mag cells for all your magnetron buying needs. Go to magtron.co.uk. Then buy your magnetron from them. They're the only place to go. Fast, free delivery, and speedy and reasonably priced too.
Yeah, you can always tell because their motto is.
I'm going to have to send them this link. No, I'll tell you what. I'll do a better shout out for them later, and we'll send that as a clip. Oh no, don't want to do a crap one.
Yeah, if you'll notice the shade of green on Dunk's avatar is a little bit darker tonight because, well,
Magnetron. It was. I'll tell you what. It was really when I was like testing it, because I had all the back off the thing. And I was like, I was shouting through the kitchen to Kelly on the. She was in the room next door. I said, "Don't come in the kitchen." What? Don't come in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Come closer.
Don't come in the kitchen.
Yeah. Did you enjoy sex, Ray?
So, well, where are you? I'm standing outside the door.
Yeah. Should I come in now? Yeah.
Thing is, I did have this kind of like a morbid curiosity. Like, well, what would happen if I went and stood next to it? It's just like, what's it even fucking do? I don't know. Just go,
you can just watch the third arm growing out of your back.
Is it like that? You know, that cop. They did the story the other day about the cop. Well, I should say we didn't do the story the other day.
Yeah,
about the cop who did the raid in the diagnosis unit, and his rifle flew out of his hand to the MRI machine. Is that what did he do? The magnetron. I mean, you know, is that what we're talking about? You know,
I think it creates a tiny black hole in your sandwich to warm it up from the inside.
It's just magic.
Yeah. CERN don't even understand yet. They're trying, you know. Yeah.
They keep firing magnetrons down the collider to see what happens when they smash two of them together to see what happens. Maybe that's what they were doing in China. that wasn't poo. That was traveling round in a circular, like, you know, 5 mile ring.
Yeah, and that was an accelerator loop. Yeah,
they collided two lumps of poo together.
Yeah, they put Mitsubishi up against Panasonic in the magnetron battle or whatever, right? You know, somehow turned into Taco Bell remnants.
Ingredients.
Yeah,
I think you find the word.
Yeah, so it turns out that microwaves, if you break them down into their basic particles, are made of shit. That was an interesting experiment. I'm not sure they're going to win a Nobel for that one.
Explains my cooking. Why does your food always taste like shit? Yeah, it's the magnetron, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Chinese. Oh. I remember there was a series of TV shows, Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman, and they were about some conceptual science stuff, sometimes accepted, but sometimes theoretical and pushing the edge and maybe not proven yet. And on
you should see his show on is the same series on Pornhub.
The Pile Driver. Is it real?
Wormhole. With Fisted.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Carry on. I'm interrupting you. Carry on. Sorry.
But on one episode, they got a hold of this guy who was a high school student, and he had himself a fusion reactor. It could only do like, you know, half a second or whatever, but he had one in his garage. Yeah. And he had to get, you know, permits, this and that. And he had a, what are the damn things that you wear to show exposure to radiation? He had that as a watch. It was funny. It was pretty neat. It was a good one. Yeah. Fission. Yeah. But it was really cool, you know. Release a little gas, do this and that. He had it all set up and it didn't work. And it turned out he didn't have the extension cord plugged into power. It was really funny. He had to do it again.
We've all done that mistake while building a fission reactor.
Yeah, it was funny. But it was cool, you know. It was a good show. I have that in Dick Flicks, as we call it. I really like that one. There's some crazy ideas from a few people in it, but, you know, even still.
Yeah. Crazy ideas. That's what the internet's for. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, yeah. There was a couple things we didn't get to finish tonight either. I just want to check here.
That beer.
Yeah.
Start.
Yeah. Oh, there was what's his name? Democratic Congressman Raskin issued a warning to his Republican counterparts after Trump was doing his whole, you know, the Jews will have a lot to do with it if I lose to Kamala Harris.
Oh, God's sake.
Yeah, and he was talking to like a Jewish group or whatever at the time, right?
I can't fucking facepalm this happened.
I know. I know, and he's and a bunch of other people are like totally losing their shit over this stuff. You know, he said during his keynote address to them that he wasn't treated properly by voters who happened to be Jewish during 2016 and 2020, and if he doesn't win this election, the Jewish people will really have a lot to do with that. And holy, are people flipping out about it? This guy just can't get it right. I still don't understand how this race is even close. You know,
the thing, I know, but the thing is, him saying that. I mean, we all know he's a vengeful person.
Mm.
And so, why don't we just put him in like on a podium in 1939 Nuremberg?
Yeah.
No, if I don't get voted in, the Jews are gonna pay. It's like what? You get voted in, the Jews are gonna pay, and not in the.
I'm surprised he hasn't wrote a book called My Struggle. Does anybody get that?
Yeah.
Mein Kampf.
Yeah. I always thought about like a strange camping trip here.
Not quite.
It wasn't that funny.
No, it wasn't. No.
2 stars.
Yeah. But I just don't get it. I mean, there's been so many clues along the way here that for somebody to just blindly go, no, like I've seen interviews from like little talk show clips and stuff where they go out into the street. And people will be like, oh, well, he'll be great for the economy because he's a business genius. And the person will say, well, he's been bankrupt 4 times, right? And he's just deer in the headlights, right? They don't even know. They're literally his reputation with voters that don't understand and really listen and they just go, yeah, is based on The Apprentice, the TV show. That seems to be what it is, right?
Yeah. They had a bunch of young people come in to fail at business.
Yeah.
Under his guidance.
Yeah. Crazy. Don't get it, We just had a whole vote of no confidence try to go against our Prime Minister Trudeau there, and it didn't happen. But the whole sides are fighting to the point where the government's getting nothing done, and they're resorting to hardcore rhetoric against each other, and it's just mudslinging nasty, and nothing ever gets done when that happens.
What is it? What is it they want done that he's not doing done?
Oh, depends on which newspaper you read, right? We've got a few real righties, we've got a few lefties, and we got a few that try to tread medium ground, and it's it's crazy.
Because isn't that like every day in politics for everybody?
Yeah, no, the some of the Canadian more conservative against the liberal people are trying to use this battle in the United States as fodder to have one go here too and try to disrupt things. And it's just not helping, It's one side battling against the other versus anybody trying to get something actually done.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I kind of understand what the thinking is behind that, because this unsettling election in the United States, all eyes are on it, everybody's on it, and the division that's happened in America between the people, well, I should say the division, the MAGA crowd and the other crowd. We don't know about the rest of the people yet because the fans of bloody what's the name haven't voted yet, but it is very unsettling to the entire world because we don't know what's going to happen, and we fear the worst. We hope for the best, and until America is kind of like settled, I think the rest of the world's going to be kind of like unsettled too. Politics wise.
Well, it's also like politically and war related and stuff. Like, oh my God. Okay.
Oh, hey,
Yeah, there. Okay, I made it shut up. Okay. But there's so much political stuff based on, everybody kind of waiting for the US to say, okay, Ukraine, take it further with what we're giving you and stuff. And then that would be more definitive. And with this uncertainty in that approach gives the whole, what I'm calling the Legion of Doom, the Russia, North Korea, little alliance that seems to be brewing between those and others, right? There's this standoff approach, and if America would just be a little bit more in the game, then I think the allies would even be more as well. And when you look at the countries that stand with like America and stuff versus the ones that are standing with Russia, we would be done with this, and we could probably get it to cool off inside of like 5 years and have strict borders again and people not pushing and stuff. And the world can get back to like, using sciencey people and stuff for good instead of weapons and shit. I mean, it's always going to happen, but you know what I mean, right?
Apart from the Middle East.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what happens in America and the world. It's just like the Middle East are always like,
the entire Middle East thing, that will never end until religion isn't an issue. So good luck with that, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't get me started, but I can't be bothered.
Well, you could take the Middle East back to the end of World War II and the battle lines that were drawn for countries after, but it goes so much further. It's just a never-ending pit of awful, right?
Yeah. Even Jesus couldn't fucking sort it out,
dude. Right? And it's awful, right? But
Jesus was there, said, "I give up. Put me on the fucking cross. I don't care."
Yeah, right. But you go back even further, and as you go through history, there's a lot of human history in that region and stuff, right?
Yes. Well, that is the ancient world. That is.
That's right. The cradle and everything, right? And when you go through it all, it's just one conquering over another and the next one's turn. And it's awful, right? So when you try to go back to historic roots of who should really and stuff and whatnot, it's just chaotic mess. And I can't play that. I don't want to try to decipher that. And as such, like on this channel, you'll notice we don't really talk about it much.
Well, the first thing is when anybody's like, brings up or even just like Israel and Palestine, just that, just that, not the entire Middle East. As soon as someone is doing a video about that, the first thing they do is like, it's complicated.
Exactly. Right?
It's like, you talk about Ukraine. Russia invaded Ukraine. They want them out. End of story.
It's so simple, right? And just recently, when Israel was attacked, my response was, well, kick their asses because you were attacked. But now... but literally that opinion changed in 24 hours when it was obvious that it was going to be a war. And I was like, oh, I'm not doing sides and stuff in this because it's just too, forget it.
Well, there's so many sides now.
Yeah. I can't even figure out who's and what and blah, blah at times. Right.
I know. It's like a really badly written film script.
Oh, can you imagine a 7-year-old?
You're leaning over and say, who's this now? Who are they?
Can you imagine a 7-year-old looking up Hezbollah like it's a country on Google Maps, right? Right? And it's there's a lot of theology and this and so on in there, and I can't. I'm not doing opinions. I'm not. No way.
Well, no, you can't.
But I don't even have any of my own because it's just too fucked up, right?
That's what I mean is you can't because we're not informed enough to have an opinion. We can look at the situation and shake our heads and go, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, it's like having like an opinion on it, even when you are well informed.
I
You're still not
actually,
informed enough.
I do have one opinion on the situation. Stop killing each other and turn it into dialogue. For the love of whatever God you have,
That would be a good
please,
start. That would be a good
please,
start.
yeah. You know, killing our children and our genetic heritage and yada yada, and taking a town and destroying its her historical things and all of these horrible things that just keep happening over and over. Just, you know, this hate isn't getting anybody anywhere, guys. Let's get over it.
I did see something from The Onion, which was kind of like funny, and it was basically saying Israel and Palestine have come to a finally agreement. The only way to end this is by to kill each other.
Yeah. You know,
And it's not far from the truth. It's like it's the only way you're going to sort it out is like either stop killing each other or kill each other.
Yeah.
It's one of the other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about belief and territory because of, you know, certain locations and stuff, and you know.
Anyway, let's change the subject.
Yeah, it's crazy though. You know, just stop killing each other, guys. You know, relax. You know, please. You know, the world would be a better place. You know, there's a lot of very intelligent people on all sides of the Middle East conflict in multiple areas and regions, because they do some really clever stuff to get at each other when they're not exactly living in like New York City or whatever. You know what I mean? And imagine what they could do for their own people if they were focused there instead, right? You know?
Don't know.
Yeah. Like Jay Leno always says, engineers can change the world. So do it for good. But, you know.
Or they could work for Boeing.
Yeah. Heather in the chat, that was Dick's just get along speech. Yeah, it was, you know. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, how long has everybody been killing each other? It's not working, you know.
Yeah. Just thank God John Lennon isn't alive. My God, the song that he would have to write now.
In bed during a protest, right?
Like, well, you never listened to me all the other 30 fucking times I wrote about a song about peace. So here's another fucking song about peace. Stick peace and stick it up your fucking ass.
Yeah.
Fuck the lot of you.
Yeah.
No one's banned the bomb. Use it. Just get on with it. I've had enough.
He'd come out with a series of strap-on explosives called the Yokos.
Oh, the Yoko. Oh no.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. So
So that's world peace sorted out. What next?
we have to retitle this show to "How many people can we offend in 2 hours of fucking around?"
Oh, I didn't know that was going to be the challenge tonight. Oh God, let's go back because I could really get going. I can offend a lot of people rapidly.
I'd like to ask an old school Italian girl why they think that reshaping pasta somehow makes it a new meal, because every meal is tomato sauce and sausages and pasta and stuff. It doesn't matter if you stuff it in a big noodle or wrap it around a small noodle or lay it out flat on like it's all the same, man.
Oh no, come on. No, lasagna is definitely different to spaghetti. But what is amazing about what you said?
It's like feta cheese away from being the same thing.
But no, just the number of different variations of a straight strand of pasta.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Fettuccine and
tagliatelle, and it's like it's just slightly thinner or slightly flatter or a little bit larger, or it's curled up. The stool comes out. Great, it's like
Michael Russo in the chat there nailed it too. It's texture. My son doesn't like spaghetti because it's just wormy to him. But fettuccine, it's not. He'll do that. So maybe Italians developed pasta while there was an epidemic of the autism spectrum in there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. He doesn't like spaghetti. Like it ribbed for his pleasure.
We should ask the chat as well. Anything that happened during the week that you would like to, hear a uneducated comment on? Tell us in the live chat. And if I'm not paying attention, one of our mods always is, and we have a way of making you talk.
Yeah, I can not pay attention as equally well as Dick. I'm brilliant. We're talented,
Yeah. That's why we cultivated.
It took years of training to get us to this standard of inadequacy.
Yeah, to have indifference towards everybody equally takes real effort in learning.
Yeah, we start with ourselves. Yeah, we're pretty much indifferent to ourselves to start with. Yes. That's our mantra in the morning. We look in the mirror and go, "You are so indifferent. I don't like you."
Yeah, and when we figured out that it was, all antagonistic and the relationship was built on, borderline hate, that's when we decided to go live with it because, that's when it matters, right?
Dick is charming, and the ladies seem to like Dick. Yeah. But come on, but what do you do with a dick? You dunk it.
This was a conversation I never wanted to have.
we should partner up with the Love Honey sex toys. Yeah, you can get your dick and dunk it at the same time.
Oh man, it's like sauce or it's like dip for pizza, right? Oh shit.
It's been a while since I've done it, but I wasn't. And that's not how I did it. But what? Go on.
I was typing somewhere and I accidentally renamed you instead of typing where I wanted to be typing. Yeah, you're now pussy on the big window if you talk again.
Oh, okay. I'm talking. Here's my pussy. I'll just leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's easy to fix. So it's just, it's funny.
I don't even know why you got our names up there. People know.
Yeah, but sometimes other people are on the show and they're not sure. So yeah, I like to have their name on the big active speaker window whenever they're up. And I don't I don't turn it off on this one. Just leave everything the same. Easier.
Who's this? DKG? Do you remember JM? Wait, are you messaging my alter ego?
Who?
Slicks. 66. He said, at DKG, do you remember JM Truth? Of course I remember him. It was sausage. The question is, does he remember himself? Because we don't hear from him anymore.
I think he remembers you because he was the guy where instead of the rocket launching, you edited the video. So the water tower launched and he was like, yep, that's real.
The sad thing is he probably never saw that video.
Oh, too funny.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. He's a top movie director now.
Oh yeah. Remember all the spelling mistakes and all that shit?
God, guy was embarrassing.
Oh, it's too funny.
Made Neil Breen look like a fucking genius.
Yaya in the chat was saying there's been some prominent actors that passed away recently.
Yeah. Dame Maggie Smith died today.
Yeah.
I thought she already was dead.
Yeah. I wonder, it's close to the same topic, but I wonder how Bruce Willis is doing right now.
He's not doing very well.
I don't think so.
He's keeping out. He's just slowly slipping away.
Yeah, that sucks. Well,
yeah, he's just spending time with his family, and I mean, he's like, well, he's a multi-millionaire.
yeah.
He doesn't have to do anything. His family's set for life. So he's just going to spend time with his family. That's what he should do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect anything else from him.
No, it's the same. If you know auto racing at all, when Michael Schumacher, 7-time Formula One world champion, when he had his skiing accident, they put him into private recluse mode. He is alive, but nobody knows if he's like coherent or what. And the family just doesn't give a rat's ass to tell you. It's literally just fuck off and leave us alone.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the things that does frustrate me about celebrity and fame.
Yeah.
People expect
Exactly.
they expect that person just like to be on their screens all the fucking time till they're fucking dead. And it's like, no, go on, just let them, just let them have a retirement. When they decide enough of is enough, and I'm going to retire, just let them retire. This is what everybody else does in the world. They just retire. You don't retire from the working down the mines and say, "Oh, Fredwin, when you come back to the mines, we really miss you." No,
Yeah.
It just done. Just let them.
Or even when like the paparazzi, as they're called or whatever, catch a picture of some actress at the grocery store in sweatpants and a shirt or something, and they're like blah blah. If all of us would stop clicking that shit, it would stop happening.
Yeah, there was the one about the actor, the recent. I can't remember which one
Hate
it was
that
now.
Shit, man.
Yeah, just leave them alone.
Who cares? Who?
Well, that's the thing. They think people care, and by doing so, it brings them into the limelight. So it gives them a news article, so people care again, and all that kind of shit happens.
Yeah,
it's like you're always trying to constantly drag them back into the limelight. When quite frankly, even when they are famous, they are just fucking actors.
Yeah,
it's just a job. It's just a job.
Exactly.
There's hardly any other job in the world. Apart from with celebrity status, there's hardly any job where you say, "Oh, did you see that? That's Colin Mitchell, the child accountant."
Yeah.
Oh, not Colin Mitchell, the child accountant from Beaconsfield. Yeah. As I saw him out in the street, he was buying a Mars bar from a garage.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't happen. It's just if you're an actor or a model. Or the one people are not going to see this in their celebrity futures are fucking influencers.
Oh.
As soon as they're off the screen, everybody's going to forget about them.
I hate the word. I just
know. Yeah,
makes people cringe.
Yeah, why don't you just call it unemployed? That's what we used to call it.
Yeah. But you've got to me, the term influencer means somebody whose literal reason to exist and 3/4 of their content is paid advertising. They're just not telling you. I don't see people that literally sit down and create like social media content as influencers.
Well, there's us. Are we influencers?
No. Well, unless you count alcohol sales versus stream watchers, right? We probably
MagSales.co.uk. You would have all your Magnetron needs. They got all the Magnetrons you'll ever want. And they're fast and delivery, and they're intelligent, and they're smart, and they're just really nice. Yeah, just get a MagSales. Not that we're influencing at all.
One that looks nice.
Hang on. I mean, there's 58 people in the chat going, "Oh, I'm going to write that down just for when I need a Magnetron."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One day my microwave will fail, and damn it, I'm willing to poison myself to fix it. I'm
going to have to bookmark this show just to remember who it was I got to go to get a Magnetron.
And when you're looking for the installation video, do it with a sock account. Otherwise, YouTube will flood you with how to fix microwave videos for like 6 months.
Yes.
I have 3 YouTube accounts now. One for when I want to learn something, because I don't want YouTube to think that all I do is whatever I search that day, right? Yeah. And then I have a second for when I'm looking for stupid shit we might want to show on the show. Because again, I don't want YouTube to think that all I do is look for comic shorts, because that's not my experience. That's not what I do, right? But it's crazy.
I tend not to do that. I don't really care. It's like, that they do drop from the algorithm eventually, and they'll start feeding you other stuff.
Oh my God. In my experience, it takes a while, right? Mm-hmm. Like the other day, I watched a video of a guy exploring the hardware of an Atari Falcon, an old computer from the 90s, right? And now for like a week still, I get videos about Atari Falcons in my recommended feed every time I reload YouTube. And I'm like, fuck, I watched one. It doesn't mean that's all I do. It drives me crazy. The YouTube recommended feed for me is almost useless now.
BJC that says I was watching a video about the Falcon earlier today. It's probably because this does happen because there is a connection, because Dick has seen one and he's connected with this account, and you're connected to this account because you're subscribed. They'll think, oh, this person over here that Dick kind of knows, they might like to see a video about Falcons too. Yeah, that happens all the time.
PJ,
recommendation just by association.
PJ, was it Nostalgia Nerd, the UK guy? I wonder. That would be really funny. I'm guessing 40% chance he's going to say yes.
Oh, I'd say 60.
Yeah.
I'll put 10 quid on it.
I remember the day the Nostalgia Nerd was doing an unboxing video because people had sent him things in the mail, and he was blown away that somebody sent him a Falcon. And I was like, oh, okay, next month we got a video about that. Yep.
Let's watch him retrobite.
Yeah.
Retrobited.
For me, as a musician, I was a huge Atari fan because of the MIDI ports on it. And, right? I love those computers.
Yeah, that's why I got my Atari 1040 ST.
Yeah,
just for that. Yeah,
I had a 1040 ST FM, I think it was, or it had a couple of letters after it, but then I ended up getting the 1040 STE enhanced one. But I had this cool thing where I had a breakout box that plugged into one of the ports on the back. I can't remember which one, probably Serial. And it had a couple of 1/4-inch audio jacks, and it was for laying SMPTE time code down on reel-to-reel machines, so you could sync all your MIDI controlled Atari stuff with it was so awesome. It was unbelievable. To have that was just everything back then.
So PJC, that did confirm, yes, it was Nostalgia Nerd.
Yeah, I knew it. He's got an unbelievable style for his videos. Like when he does the ZX Spectrum story, he did a whole whack of those a bunch of years ago. They're fucking awesome.
It is kind of funny they're still talking about him.
Yeah.
They're still talking about these old machines now,
Yeah.
and they'll be talking about them in 20 years' time, 30 years' time. It doesn't matter.
Well, if you were an Atari user back when they were kind of fading into obscurity and the Jaguar, their 64-bit do the math console hadn't come out yet, when the Falcon was about to come out, there was serious anticipation for a faster, harder core machine, you know? Oh, yeah, we were dying for it. But at the time when the Falcon came out, PCs with, you know, a card for a MIDI breakout box were coming on the scene, and Macs were getting it too. And it was harder to justify being in the Atari world where you knew there wasn't going to be a lot of hardcore, well-written software and stuff. It was just, you're an Atari fan, right? You know?
Yeah, the thing is, those were the weird kind of days.
Yeah.
Just before the PC became like, you know, the standard.
It's when
because everybody had like a different system, a different set of software. Yeah, I know the MSX tried to standardize things, but even then that still didn't quite work.
No, but all of those computers you're talking about, the Macintosh included, had one thing wrong that the PC did right. The PC had that architecture where you could take one video card out and put a better one in. You couldn't do that to an Amiga, an Atari. All of those guys, they had better systems than the PC when they first came out, but they had the wrong architecture that couldn't grow. And when you started upgrading the Amiga with the advanced chipsets and stuff, you started breaking compatibility and, when Atari brought out the enhanced 1040 ST, all the developers wrote software for the regular ST still because everybody had them. But the PC, you could just upgrade, right? And that's why it won.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is that I love about the whole PC story is that IBM, you know, like you say, they just built a computer out of off-the-shelf parts.
Yeah.
And you could build you could build a PC from off the shelf, and they didn't actually consider the fact that everybody could now build a PC out of off the shelf parts. They thought, okay, we've got it now. We've got the market back. IBM is going to be big again. Oh, hang on, who do these other companies making PCs as well?
Yeah. The whole thing of the BIOS chip being the only proprietary part. And the fight that came from Compaq, reverse engineering it legally and winning, IBM didn't see coming from nowhere. It's a joke they didn't realize that, you know. IBM fucked up again when their PC Junior computer was garbage and nobody bought it, but Tandy took the PC Junior specification and made it supremely popular because it actually had good graphics and sound built in from day one. Man, they really screwed the pooch.
But also on the whole like growth of the PC as compared to, you know, what we're talking about, all the other like independent systems, is then you ended up with people stealing off each other.
Oh yeah,
just to feed the PC machine. You know, software BIOSes, DOSes,
Oh yeah,
operating systems. Everybody was stealing off each other. And
go back to the 6502 processor from Commodore and whatnot, and it was in the Apple II and everything. It was just a clone of a Motorola chip. They got sued and had to switch it a little bit, right? But it was basically just a rip-off chip from annoyed employees that went and built their own company, right? That's great stories, you know. Those early days, the same people keep popping up at the different companies as things progressed. It was really cool. You know? Oh, yeah. Like Jay Miner made some of the chips for the original Atari home console and then for the 8-bit computers, I think. And then he went off to form Amiga, which was invested by Atari and almost taken over by, but then it was grabbed by Commodore. And it's this hilarious joke of all these guys going through the companies, right?
The other thing that's interesting about that period is like you end up with a whole bunch of people who have come out of it as millionaires.
Oh, yeah.
And
a whole bunch.
Another whole load bunch broke.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the Atari's biggest game developers ended up like not having amazing careers and stuff. And yeah, there's some odd stories in there. There's some good YouTube channels if you guys want to get more into like the early days of computers and learn about it. Nostalgia Nerd is a really good one.
PTC, that's going to be watching a lot of him now.
Yeah. The 8-Bit Guy, an American guy, did a bunch of good sort of documentary series on the Commodore growth of their computers. And sorry?
Yeah, you have to scroll back for the 8-Bit Guy to find the good stuff.
Yeah, his last year has been unfocused at best. And there's also Neil from RMC Retro Man Cave on YouTube that's done some really good look backs at like the Mattel Aquarius and some real failed computers, right? And he does like a 3-part series where they get it, they make it work again. They look at its place in the market as they're going and tell the story, and then they get it running, show you some of the software. It's great stuff. Really cool. Yeah.
Or insanely dull. Depending on your
if you watch
needs.
the right ones, it's cool. But what'll happen is YouTube will now think that the only thing you care about is watching things about the BBC Micro or whatever, and it'll just ruin your feed. Do it on a sock account.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. You know, like the BBC Micro. There's some really, really good stories about the BBC Micro, but not all of it. No, I don't need to know everything about every single fucking chip or capacitor that's put into the thing.
Yeah. You want like 20, 25-minute little story and then another video that goes after it to maybe like the Acorn Electron and stuff. And again, Nostalgia Nerd did awesome ones of these.
So we should do the 42 show, computer nostalgia show.
Yeah. I could do a weekly podcast just talking about retro cool, whether it be music or computers or whatever. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, you don't even fucking need me there. You just do it. Yeah.
Well, you can put the UK view in, well, when we're doing cars, you can go, well, British Leyland, and everybody can have a laugh. It'd be good.
You're coming with a story about British Leyland because you're the one with all the facts.
I probably know more about them than you do, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You could do your own fucking Top Gear show.
Yeah. I'll write the script.
You just have to do it like little model Matchbox cars or something.
I'll write the script, but you say it because you got the accent, right? You can go, back in the 70s, British Leyland was having very much troubles with manufacturing.
Back in the days, the British Leyland was a fine company. I remember
I didn't say go full Boris Johnson on it. Jesus. You got to have your hand in your hair doing this as if you got a balloon,
I remember when British Leyland swapped from the 12 16th inch sprung dongle to the 17 16th inch. I just all hell broke loose.
And vote for me. No.
And the bloody thing sank.
Oh, should we mention the Chinese sub again? We probably already got them.
Glug.
I mean, they were talking about, it might, I need this and that. Are you kidding? You're going to have to gut it and replace everything. It's seawater. That means all the electronics, everything, the mechanicals, anything with grease and oil, it's all ruined, right?
No, it's not. It's not seawater. Because the problem is when that shit sewer burst, that water had to go somewhere, and it went into the port.
I get it now. That's what happened when this exploded. What we ended up with was a sunken sub in human feces. That's what happened.
Yeah, look at the color of that water.
Yeah, exactly. There's where the water comes from. It's diarrhea water, and that's where it goes. Bye bye.
I love that. I love that image. Put the image back up of the sewer, and you got all those guys on those motorbikes or the mopeds heading towards it.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if you were breathing in as it comes down on you? That would just I'd take my own life. I mean, you know.
No, I remember seeing images, the awful images of 9/11 when the dust is coming down and you see all the people running away from the dust, and it's just like crowding the streets. Can you imagine actually riding a bike into it?
Oh man.
The pyro shit sticks flow of a shit explosion.
And with the pressure, it's probably been vaporized to the point where you could inhale it, right? Yeah. And that wouldn't be like a fart. This is actual shit you'd be inhaling, just vaporized.
It's be passing through your body like neutrons.
Yeah. Neutrinos. Yeah.
Neutrinos, yeah, exactly. It's like, just straight through your body.
Yeah. Truly, you know what? This is proof of dark matter, right? Because it is.
And of course, you're riding towards it, and you're just going, what the fuck? With your mouth open. And you hit the cloud.
And there's this wall of other people's filth coming at you. It just, oh my God. I just want to lay down and die at the thought. I mean, I'm not like a germaphobe or anything, but the thought of just being sprayed with thousands of people's waste.
Can you imagine walking through the front door when you got home and you're just saying to the wife, "You will not believe what happened to me."
Yeah. Honey, get the hose. Honey, get the hose. Yeah.
Fuck out of this house. Yeah. I want a divorce.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a month before you sleep in the same bed as me.
Oh man, that's the kind of thing you can't wash out in one go, right? I mean, take the bike you were riding and the clothes and just pour gasoline on them and burn them, right?
And the top layer of your skin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, what you need is a Mongolian to fillet you, right? From history, not modern ones. Sorry. So we're coming up just at the click of 2 hours here, which is probably when I'll have to pause for food as well, at least here. Well, some of these shows start a bit early for me. Like for me, it's only coming on 6:30, and I've had a couple, so I gotta pause to eat before I do something stupid, right?
Yeah, that's all right. Do your thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put the movie Grease on and make
put something good on. Put the Italian Job on.
Oh, that's not bad. No, I'll probably put on some music and just make something quick, and then I'll see if Felix is settled and not coming home tonight, and maybe hit Discord or something. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we should probably leave some people with good consumer advice.
Yeah. Mag sales for all your magnetron needs. You don't need to go anywhere else for a magnetron. Just go to magsales.co.uk. And that's the only place you need to go. Thank you, Mag Sales. Thank you, Sarah. You're so lovely.
And big thanks to the team. We got Annette, PJ CNET, Chris Lundy, Shayna Caldwell, and who Shayna, by the way, big hearts from everybody in the chat. She got hit by the remnants of Helen, and yeah, her town is taking a shot. So, and we got super chat Matt as well.
We get to give PJ birthday hugs.
Oh yeah. Everybody give PJ a birthday hug. Here, I even got a graphic for that. Happy birthday! Here, hold on. Let me do that again. I don't even have that button anymore. Oh, damn it. Ah, well.
Yeah, happy birthday, you bugger. And you're only supposed to blow the bloody candles out. All right.
So, remember, if you're driving on the wrong side of the road with the right intentions, it's probably not going to work out for you. So drive on the right side of the road with the wrong intentions. And now, you know what? I'm not sure this is going to work out the way I thought it was going to.
Just drive in the middle, bollocks.
Yeah.
Just make it all swerve.
Grab them all by the hair and show them who the bull is.
Oh, apparently you got a super chat to read.
I do. Oh, we do. Shit, I didn't even notice. Oh, good catch. Papa Dutch had come in again. Oh, Schlitz happens. Yeah, that was previous conversation. If you were paying attention, you know where it belongs. Good one, Papa Dutch. Thanks, dude. Thanks.
I wasn't paying attention. I was here.
Yeah, it had something to do with Austria and shitty beer.
I thought it was Austria and shitty dictators, wasn't it? That's a different conversation entirely.
Heil Hitler.
Oh.
So, even though they claim it's true, Guinness in a can sucks butt. Is that good consumer advice?
You never put a Guinness in a can up your butt. Never.
Yeah. Put a little tiny man in your butt. Put a garbage can in your butt. It's actually a song.
You want to put a little man in your butt?
Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't. I didn't write it. I'm just doing it. So you have to Google it. You have to Google it to figure it out.
Oh, I can see that written on truck stop toilets everywhere. Say, Dick wants a little man up his butt.
Yeah. Yeah, buggy in your butt, fellow babies. Okay.
Let's get out of here before we do any more damage.
Remember, don't listen to me and don't listen to him.
And vice versa.
Yeah. Okay. So it's get the fuck out from me and
get the fuck out from me.